what's up, guys? Market's about to open in 2 minutes. I was not on before because I was sleeping and I just woke up like 30 minutes ago. So I'm gonna mark out my stuff real quick on how I trade and everything like that. Okay. So first, I like to mark market open, pre-market, and I think that's London. Then I go to my 1 hour. This is where I mark my stuff. So what's today? They say it's the 15th. So the 14th, this would be a low. Then our high would be up here. And then this could be a draw. And we got another draw here. And then, yeah, I was pretty sure we've been bullish this whole week. I don't do this usually anymore, but since this, like, there's no reason not to. London low. And then this would be London high. Which just got took out. So we can actually just take that out. And then this would be our daily lows, or previous lows, I guess. Previous lows, and then we don't really have. Let me see. Maybe I'm tripping. We have these. I don't know. I'll just because I'm mainly exit them. Rest for trade. I'm not happy with this trade. I'm not. I messed up on my order. I don't know how. I'm gonna look back, of course, and I'm like, oh my gosh, stupid. But if I see it, go up here. That's fine. I mean, it's out. Because who the fuck knows what I'm going to do, bro? I don't know. And low key, maybe I do have to do some contracts. Because I have 5 contracts. That's not you out. Or not, yeah, out. Let me see, bro. Let's see how it's played. I think I could troll it. Secure some profit, no? For sure skis, which I do. That's like what, $50 probably. But it goes up here. Profit, you know. I think it's gonna hit it, bro. I don't see no reason why not to take this. Then if anything, to retracement and go up higher. I just started. Slowly but surely. Come on. Anyone hit it? That's good enough for me, bro. It's like if I had, no, whatever. Yeah. 6, 2, 5, yeah, okay, so this is behind this stuff. So let's say we want to go 7, 0, 3, 7, 0, 3, 5, stop loss, 7, 17. Stop loss, all each trade kind of like 7, 15. Alright, into another trade. It's only 90 bucks, so it's not gonna count unless that's how it works. But I went for that 4 hour, right? Oh, this is 4 hour, this went under 4 hour. See how it goes. I need 90 bucks release, and 5 minutes, I don't know why I do 7. We'll have to see. Yeah, I'm gonna take it up. I'm texting him like, hey bro, that's no contract, this move. Maybe even 8 to 5, I don't think it's enough. Hopefully, what I want to see maybe is even we hit 90 and go for break even on 90 and let it play out and see what happens. If this is 68 over here, then maybe 90 is about these highs. We shall see. When I got that, that's off like $2 or some shit. I think. What is this? Why is this red? Wait. Yeah, what's up, guys? I realized I was editing the video, and I realized I didn't go over why I took the trade, or even showed why. Like, I showed the trade, but I didn't really say why. So I'm gonna show you right here. But on the 15-minute, on the ES and NQ, I used those two pairs, but we were just keeping bearish action, um, as you can see right here. And then we broke in London, I guess. This actually didn't break it, so it'll be up here when it broke. So when market opened, so I was waiting for something like that, and then when it broke, I was like, okay, let's see if we can keep this bullish action, right? And then on this 15-minute on NQ, so what is this? 10. Let's see, 10. Yeah, 10. Okay. So I have a couple things marked out. So at first I had this. No, wait. At first I had. See this right here. And inverse fair value gap to the bullish. So I was like, okay, let's see how it reacts if we close above it or whatever. Or there's that. But then we created another fair value gap, and this is the one that really mattered. Because if we respected it, then we would have gone lower, but I also used in Q at the same time. It tapped in. I believe this was the 15-minute. Yeah. Okay. So this 15. Was it 15-minute? Okay. Yeah. I'm just looking at it wrong. My bad. I have this fair value gap right here. It's kind of small, but it's something that made me more confident in the trade I was looking at. It did tap in twice, but after this candle tapped in, it had a strong wick up here. So it was just something that confirmed my bias, I guess you could say. And then back to the 5-minute. 5-minute right here. Okay, so we were waiting. We got closure up here. I was like, okay, so that kind of confirms it. Let's see if I can find something on the 1-minute. That's where I like to enter from. That's where I find my entries. So I was looking for more confirmation. So we also had this, but I wasn't looking at this at this time. This was until later on, like up here. Okay, so what I was waiting for, what I was looking at, was this right here, which we actually didn't respect at all. So I was like, okay, whatever. I was looking. I'm gonna look for something else. Until around, I think, yeah, up here somewhere. I spotted this over here. I was like, oh shoot, okay, I didn't realize that we had this fair value gap here, and we tapped in right here heavily, but respected it still. So I was like, okay, low key, I think I'm gonna enter right here. So I entered with having my stop loss not it was basically just below this fair value gap here, and then my TP was these highs, which I messed up my TP. I printed, or I tapped in one extra number, so it was, who knows where it was, but I had to exit out manually, or I have to say that right. And then I found out on how the account works. So on your first trade is always going to say 100% over your consistency. That's what I heard from people helping me out. So I just need, on the second time, the next day I trade, which is tomorrow or Friday or maybe next week, I just gotta make somewhere close to where I made yesterday or today, which was 265. So I just need to make somewhere close to that, and then as time goes on, my consistency is gonna go to that 40% range. I heard I need to build a 1600 payout buffer, so that's what I'm gonna be aiming for. But that's the reason that's the only reason I took the second trade, because I thought I needed 250 for today, and I was at 1 something. But let's, hypothetically speaking, let's say if I already had a buffer, I would have let this play too. I had it up here also. That's the thing. Originally, hold on. I had my TP all the way up here and my stop loss. I would have let that play. And guess what? That would have been a banger. At 3.6, that would have been a banger. But it's cool. I don't need to make that much. If I did take that trade on this buffer thing, I'm still trying to figure out. I think I would have probably screwed myself. But we're just gonna keep on doing 5 contracts, since that's what I did today. But that was the reason why I took the trade. I'm gonna probably 2 times speed this because I was mad slow doing all this. But the second trade was just basically just trying to make the 90 bucks thought I needed to make. Um, but yeah, that's it.